little bit. The brew is ready. I'm not ready. So all this is going to be doing... Finish that one from the last stream I did. This is a different room. So again, it's just finishing this off. Why have I got two versions of Maya in there? Why is there two? Tell me. That's not the render view. Why are we not picking up the render view? There's the render view, so why are you not picking up the render view? Oh, now you pick up the restream, right. So all I'm doing is just repositioning cameras because I wanted to just change them. And it's going to be masking as well because I'm pretty much finished with this room. But chances are I'm going to have to go back to it in the future and modify it even more, but that's for then, not now. So, what am I doing? Right, that's rendered. I've put the camera data in. Did I update the render in there though? Yes, I did. Why is this not being shown on screen? Give me a minute. I've got a million different things in this restream and I still haven't fixed half of it. So I don't know. Right, that's the wrong one to begin with. It's that one. Right, that's Bio 2. Right, so that's that. Right, that's not even anything to do with it. Ah, okay. Okay. But now, because it's down there, I'm going to have to push that up. Because this just gets more confusing, doesn't it? Right. So you can see I've got this in Bioclone Redux. And I've just been adjusting the collision data for it. And the zone data, so when I'm running around it takes all these new renders into consideration because some of them I wasn't happy with. So the way it goes, you develop something and then you look at the angle and you're thinking that's not going to work, is it? So you go back to the drawing board and adjust it a little bit. So that's what I've done with this one. It's already in, the zone data has been updated. I need to recompile that, but I also need to get the mass data before I even try doing this. So I'm just going to start doing the mass data in Maya for now. So mass data, there won't be any for camera 0 because when I load up that, take off that and then do the same here. Yeah, so there won't be any mass in camera 0. Excuse me. Because there's just nothing there for it to be picked up on. I'm not going to have anything behind the barricade or anything. In fact, that's the end of the game space anyway, so there won't be anything there. So if I move on to camera 1, so that needs to be rendered. Oh, for God's sake, I forgot to. Right. Before I do anything, let's just. Don't put the glass in there. Compile that as one mesh. Right, so that needs to be done, and I need to get the back of that car there. And possibly these bits here. Yeah. I'll put them in anyway. Oh shit, that lamppost there in the distance. Then them two lampposts there. And I will look at that in a minute. Right. So first things first, I'm just going to go into my render settings in Maya, and I'm just going to make that render selected objects only, and render that in camera 1. You'll see it come up in the render, it's only rendering certain assets because I've specifically told it to do that. So it's rendering these because these are basically where the masks are going to be, where characters, enemies and all that. And there are enemies in this room. And all the block data works with them. So anything that walks behind that car or the back of the bonnet of that car, even though it's not the bonnet because the bonnet's the front, the back of the boot, they won't walk through it, they'll walk behind it because that's what masking is. It's just getting all these down because it's the most tedious and fiddly thing and everybody hates doing it. I hate it the most. But this is what happens when you build stuff. You then got to build it with all the data that there is. So what I'll do now is save that render. This one's 01's mask, isn't it? So I'll open up Photoshop in a minute. And I'll show you what I have to do, or what any of us have to do when we're doing all this masking, because it's a pain in the ass. I went over it all last stream about how annoying it can get. Let me just create another window capture for this, just make it easier. Application audio cap. What the f is that? Right, I'm not even going to ask what that is. Right, let me. I'll just call this photo shots. Oh. Okay. Right. It just had to be behind everything, didn't it? Let me let me just hang on. Is there a way I can just put this back? Is there any way I can move up, move down, move to top, move to bottom? You don't help me here, do you? Is there just not one that says move to back? Oh, you piece of shit. Right, fine. I'll move it down myself. And I've just moved it over everything else. Why do I do this? Wait, where the hell is it then? Get in there. Give me a minute. This is what I mean by I really need to. I have completely lost Photoshop now. Oh, for fuck's sake! Typical, innit? No, no, I don't want to delete that. Oh shit, no. Where's it gone? Oh no, there it is. Right. Oh, I've also disappeared. Great. Fantastic. Where have I gone? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is supposed to be easy. Oh, God. No. That's it. I've gone. I've disappeared. I'm somewhere here. No, that's not it. Where am I at? Where have I vanished? Okay, I have officially vanished from the stream. And I don't know which one it is. Oh, shit. And this is why I hate restream so much, because now I don't know which one mine is. How many friggin' render move things have I got? What the Oh, well, that's it. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know. Right, Photoshop's there. Take... What's that one then? Oh, that's that. Right. How do I change the name of this? I'm going to have to do all this. Rename. That is now BioClone. So that's all they're going to show BioClone stuff. I've honestly lost my actual thing. This isn't good. I don't know where it's gone. Oh my god. I've like vanished. Give me a minute. Give me a minute to... Oh, there I am. Right. Why is there now another version of BioClone open there? What's going on? That's BioClone. What's this one? Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Just downgrade that one. Right. That's that one. So which one are you? Right. That's that one got rid of. Let's just try and... Oh my god. Trust me, I have a mechanical malfunction on stream. Right. Which one is this? It's not going to tell me which one mine is it? Right, I'm pushing you down a bit. That's why. Right, if I do that... Better, much better. Right. Now it's all in order. Now I can understand it much better. So... What did I do with the Photoshop one? Right, I need to push you down a bit. Ooh. Just do that. Give me a second. Give me one more second to do it. Come on, Photoshop. Put you down there. Push you there. There we go. Perfect. Right, I'll keep the render view up. It just makes it easier because my sanity's already at its end. So like I said, the idea is we've already rendered that stuff in Maya, and now we've got to get it ready for doing rendering and putting it for masking and everything else that's associated with these backgrounds. And since masking's the only thing left to do in this room, minus a few bits and pieces, I just need to start doing this in Photoshop. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to adjust the image size. So this should be 320 by 240. I'm going to keep those gradients the same. I'm then going to sharpen that, and then I'm going to posterize the image, set that to 65 because that's what works for these renders, and that's done. Now, on the other hand, I also have to make a 256 by 256 mask image, and that's basically what you've got to make all your mask data on, which is a pain in the ass because the screen size is 320 by 240, but you've got to put everything on a 256 by 256. It's where it gets fiddly. That's why I hate doing masking. So what I'm going to do is break these down bit by bit and paste them into here. Grab this as well, but we won't need that top section of that pause. No, that's what I wanted. Why aren't you copying it? Perfect. No, just plug that up against there. And then we've got the car, but technically it's only the back section we want of it. So it's like a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll just copy that bit there, paste that in. Right, so that's basically the mask usually when it's like this, I'm just going to bung that over there. So basically, like, if you're going to do this stuff, like on PlayStation stuff, you have to optimize it in a way that it'll work. But because we're doing this on a PC, it doesn't need as much compression. We can get away with quite a bit more, and it's just a lot easier if you have it in big chunks like this. But sometimes, because the render's bigger, you have to break it down and then apply it to different masks and different sprites. I'll explain that in a minute when I show you. But that's basically the gist of doing masks. So I'm going to compile all that as one. Save that selection as the mask. Oh, mask. Right, save that on my desktop because that's where I'll put it. For no, actually, I've got a link to it in there, so we'll do that. So I know it's 115. Angle 1, change that to angle 1. Mask. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is bring up BioClone again. Perfect. I'm actually just going to quickly move that over here. Make it a little bit bigger. And what I'll probably do as well... Do I really want to tempt fate with this? Let me do it again. I'll call this 2. Yes, and I'll have that looking at the editor. And I'll just stick the editor, make it a little bit bigger. Move this one across a bit. So basically, the editor inside of BioClone, as you can see, it covers quite a bit of stuff. I'm on the wrong camera, so this isn't going to show it in a minute. So what I'm going to do is switch to sprite. As you can see for 7, it's blank because I haven't got sprites in there yet. But if I go to camera 1, which I've just shown you, you should see the sprite sheets loaded in here. And when I go to apply the sprites now, it will, apart from the fact that looks horrible because I've got everything showing, I'll just get rid of these. Oh yeah, let's just try and make sense of what the hell's going on. Right, I'll get rid of collision data for now. So I'll trigger it off. I'll toggle off zone data because don't need it at the moment. So there is our nice render, and now we're going to put the mask data in. So mask data is literally sprites. It's like the pain in the ass with sprites, and the only thing that is a pain in the ass at the end of it is getting the depth correct where the camera is, so that your character isn't walking above it and isn't technically walking to a point where it should be starting to mask them, but then it doesn't. So it's all trial and error, and this is what pisses me off about it, but I'm trying to show how all this bloody works and how it all connects, as it were. So how many groups have I got? Oh, I've got millions of groups. Perfect. Right. So what I'm going to do first is I'll do the back of this boot here. So I'll just quickly get that in position there. Set the width to about 100. Should be about right. Set the height to about 102. Maybe not. Maybe set that to about... No. Okay, plug that there. Change the width a little bit. Excuse me. And then what I need to do is change and give that a depth. So I'm going to give it a depth of about 150. Right, so then what I'll do is I'm just going to put that into position over the top of where the car is, the bonnet, the boot. The bonnet. Oh, Jesus. So I'm going to toggle it off, toggle it on a bit. It's can't really tell that much difference. Take the BG off. So that's a sprite implemented. if I move that back a little bit other way, should be enough. I need to just move up a little bit. Perfect. So that's like the idea, that's how sprites work. So that's at 150 depth of the camera. That might need to be toggled and changed. I'm going to have to look at that in a minute. Which means I'll be booting the game up as well. So much stuff I've got to do. And I'm going to have to do a complete clean of this bloody thing because there's so much crap in here for streaming with. Right, so that's one sprite done. Ideally you can do it all with like one group, but if you've got like an add Y, add X implemented anywhere on the screen, if you try and apply it here and then you start changing these values, it changes the values of every single sprite in that group. So if you're going to do things like this, if it's basic stuff, because again, with these being 320 by 240 renders, and with this only being a 256 by 256 sprite sheet, it's not going to fit the full 320 by 240, so you've got to do this add X, add Y to make it fit along. So if you're going to do it with different groups, but then you've got like, say with this, I've got the back of that car, and I'm going to stick that part of the car on this same group. Because it's got the add Y on it, because of this, it's all going to drop that to that point, even though it'll be over there. And if I change that, it'll change where that other sprite is because it's in the same group and it's in part of the same sprite group. So what I tend to do, if it's stuff like this, is because we've got a good few groups here, I can just switch to a different group and that'll just give me a different set of sprite data to work with. So then I can say, put this on. That's too much, probably about 110, 120. Might need to change that a little bit in a minute. Right. So as you can see, this has already got an add X, add Y to it. So I'm just going to stick with that add X and add Y for a moment and just... You're not helping me here, right, add Y. I'm just going to get rid of you for now, temporarily. How dare you? Oh, it's because I haven't got depth on it. Put that as about 300. Ooh, right. About there, give or take. And then I just want to push this up on the Y a bit. And then a little bit on the X, just to make that match a bit. Maybe push that a bit on there. No, is that moving it further away? Yeah. Let's have a look. Don't think that's too bad looking. Yeah, that's essentially how spriting works. It's like I said, it's fiddly, and even though you're seeing it as like, you know, it's in front of the camera or it's like there, when you put it in game, I might be able to walk straight over that sprite, which doesn't give the impression of depth because the depth is either too close to the camera or it's too far away. You've got to try and find the right number that works. Unfortunately, there is no like concrete way of figuring it out. You've just got to try and hit and miss it and rinse, repeat and test until it works. So what I'll do is do that last one too. I wonder if I can get away with doing that one on group 0. Let's have a look. I think they might be able to. So this one over here, just going to grab that. I'm going to have to push it up though just to get that little bit of the lamppost stem. So I'm going to push that up just probably about to there. Oh, not that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't bloody be adding stuff I don't need. Jesus wept. Right. Let's see if this works. It's not going to work, is it? because it's got the add Y going right at the bottom. Oh, no. Right, we're not doing that one, then we'll go to a different group. So this, like I said, it tethers it so you can't really bugger it up. It doesn't give you like the full manual control that you really need, but I don't like it when it's like that. It just makes it a little bit too, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, apart from pain in the ass, but it's... And then just move that along just a little bit. Oh, give this a depth of about 450. Ah, shit, I knew this would be a problem because now that's going to be in front of that. Oh, God, sprites. This is why I hate sprites. Because you don't take into consideration if you've got like stuff in the background. Like an example that I just recently did. I've got a wall that's blocking off like a certain part of the building so you can't see through the wall in a sense. And because it has a sign on it, when I put the sprite in I realised I didn't render the sign on the wall with it. So I had to push it back as far as I could just to keep that bloody sign in. And the pipe that turned out to be there as well. Going up the bloody wall. It's a pain in the ass if you miss one little thing out with sprite masking. Because then you kind of see it overlapping where it wouldn't overlap because you'd have the other thing then. I knew I should have rendered that third bloody thing, but oh no. Me knowing better. So, I'm going to have to go back and do that in a minute. I'm going to have to like play test this for now though. So let me just see if that's in the correct place or if I need to adjust it a little. I think that should be okay. And that's basically all the sprites that are being used. As you can see, that's literally all the sprites that are being used. But I mean, obviously in bigger rooms and different rooms, there'll be all different ones. And if it gets overly complex, well, that's when I start tearing whatever hair left I've got. And, yeah, I don't think I've ever come across a complex room just yet. He says this and then realises he's still got how many other rooms to still mask? So many. So that's the masking done. I've got the new boundary collisions in. Cameras are all somewhat dumb. Don't have to piss around with script data just yet. That'll be a whole different bloody thing. Do you know, to this day, I still haven't figured out lighting in these bloody things, you know. Just never been able to figure them out. Let's have a look. Let's have a look where that is, because I do need to put lighting in there anyway. So let's have a look. Excuse me. Right, so that's camera 0, which can do sprites but doesn't need them. So where's my lights? Right, so where's this light 0 at? Why is it there? Oh, I can move it. Okay. Let me... Oh, it's negative 30,000, isn't it? That's it. Okay. Okay. I've not actually worked that much with lights, so I'm going to just do this now. See if I can get a little bit of red light to load in here. I honestly don't know how lighting works in these games. It's ironic, really. Now I do lighting in other like engines, like modern stuff. But tell me how to do it in here, it's like, you what? I don't know what you're telling me to do. So there's a little bit of red here. So what I'll do is I'm going to try and make that illuminate a little bit of red on the character as they walk up to it. Just to make it realistic. Do we want to call it realistic? Can we go that far with it? We've got at least 3 sets of lights, even though I don't know how half this works. Right, so I'm going to put that one there. And I can't get a colour for this, can I? I want more red. So if I do 255... 0, there we go. So I got a bit of red there. What if I move that up a bit? Ooh, okay. A bit of red there. See, I don't know what the result's going to be until I test this in game, which I'm going to do in a minute. So I'll do that now, actually. So let me just save the collisions. Let me then save and then compile 115. Second. So everything just disappeared off my screen like I knew it would. Right, so what I need to do now is go into my RDT folder, pick up 115, copy that into, that's the wrong one, 5, copy that here, paste that in here, yeah, and then I need to get the mask data for 1 and that new angle for 7, and I just need to copy that into the BG folder. Perfect. Right. Point this one up. Oh, it's even got it in the background. Oh my god, right, let me just... shit, where's my render at? I hate this. Is that it? Yay! I'm just going to move that up. Move it up. That's it. I'll put it underneath BioClone stuff, so now I know it's all that. Right. Why have I got 2? I hate this. Right. Okay. Let me just stop that one. That'll do fine. Right. I just want to turn that off for now. Right, so... just jump to there. Oh look, we're going to see a bit of playtesting. Just ignore the music, because I am going to be changing that soon. I just can't decide on what it should be. Really need to change that song. Ooh, that was a bit of a delay. Sorry, not listening, going this way. Bye. Stop attacking me. I want to know how to switch yous off while I'm trying to do this. Okay. Over I go. Oh. Well, I'm not getting any red. That's an oh, no, I'm getting a bit of red. That'll do, but I could do a bit more red on the character. I'll have to look into that in a minute. And there's the red on his feet. Ah, I'll get away, you. Oh! I don't want to be shooting dogs. Just, you know. Oh, you've got me on caution. I'm not happy about that. Right. So if I walk here... Ah, there you go. Walking behind it. Oh, the trigger's triggering there, so I don't even have to worry about that. And why is that mess down there? Oh, and this is why I hate masking. Why is that moved? That's not even in the same group. Oh no. Oh no, this is not good. I don't like it when it does this. Because now I've got to go and take a bloody look in Bioclone and figure it out why it's doing it. Right, back on with Bioclone. Let's have a look. Why have we stopped working, Bioclone? Why have we got sprites there? Tell me. Oh, that's why. Hang on a minute. Let me shit. That's a very small sprite. That's why it's doing it. So if I now save that again, but while I'm here, I'm going to check the light. It's there in front of my brain. Just can't see it. There it is. If I go back to camera 0. Why is that only appearing on there? Is there any way I can change the Z length? Well, that's Z in it, so that's going that way and that way. That's the X. So why is it not capable of moving it up further on the Y? I'm very confused with that. But then again, I don't know how lighting works in these engines, so this is me just winging it, as it were. Right, let me recompile. Recompile and test. That's how we do these things. Wrong folder. Right, I need to go back into me blip. That's it. Navigating all these bloody folders just to keep changing stuff is a pain in the ass. But that's how it works. Right, so now I've done that, I'll just get rid of these again. And cheat. Oh dear. Right, so let me just... Yes, I'm going to change you soon because I have got the trigger here. Wait, hang on. What? How is this? This is not even being changed. Stop doing that. Got to fix the door triggering on this. This is why I said I've got to go back and do all the scripting soon because... No! Right. So let's see where this red is now. Bet you it's completely gone. So it's... I mean... I could probably put it a little bit further up. I'll consider that. Yes, now that sprite's fixed. That should still cover me at the back. So the only reason why I've put the sprites there, even when I do a trigger like this, is simply because if there are enemies that are running up like those stupid dogs are, it needs to be able to cover that too. So there's that. Right, so next one to do is that car there. And potentially that one there over there. So let me go back into Maya. Let me just shut this one down as well. Which window are you? The confusing starts to come in now. Is it that one? No. It's not Maya, because that's the one I need. Is it you? Aha! Right. I'm going to rename window capture 2. Bear with me 1 minute. I'm just going to rename that to bio stream. Whatever. So I know what it is. Right. So, blah, 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 blah. Where's my Maya at? Apparently it's active. Oh, it's because I've got it down minimizing it. Right, back in the Maya. Okay. So... it's a case of going to that camera angle now. I'll just put the render view there over there for me. So we'll go to camera 2. So I don't need to do them. All I'm concentrating on now are these two cars, so I need to render these two. So let me just render camera 02. And I don't know why it's not showing the... There we go. So again, as you can see, it's only rendering those two particular things in the renders and not everything else, because I want to concentrate on for the masking. This is going to be fun. That's gone cold. Oh, God. And the rest of that, then. Excuse me. Right, so that's done. So what I'm now going to do... Maybe that look a little bit too dark. Not that it matters, because you'll still get that in. Let me just save the image. So this is 02 mask, isn't it? And then I'm just gonna... Let's make a new one in Photoshop. Get rid of that. Set this to a new one. So 256. Oh, it's gone up on it. Right, perfect. So... I'm going to import that one I've just done. So where's my 02 mask at? So again, same procedure, because it's too high res. I mean, this is a 102 4x768 render, and the engine can't handle that. So let me just downgrade it to the flaming resolution it can. Throw a sharpen filter on it. Posterize it. 65, right, so I can probably get away with that. So I'll just dump this on me 256 by 256 like so. I can probably put it up against there like that. Because again, like if you're doing this on PlayStation, not that I have any experience with putting this stuff in a PlayStation mod, you've got to optimize it very, very, very well in terms of breaking this up so it's in like really small bits. And I don't know why, because again, I've never done PS1 stuff, I've only ever done the PC stuff. So again, I'm not, you know, to those restrictions at the moment, so it just helps me just do it this way. So next thing I need to do is probably split this up, because it's not going to do the full thing. So I'm going to just split this in half. So do that. That's that half done. I'll just bung it about, well, bung it at the bottom. That bit's going to have to go up there. So the other problem is if I do select inverse, it's going to get that as well. Oh, don't do that. Right, and then copy that over, then paste that in, so there's that bit. And this is why I mentioned, like, there is something there. I've clicked it. Let me drag it. Fucking Photoshop. Right. So that's another reason again why I explained it as if you make it too big and it has to like cover it, you have to split it into chunks to make it fit. Because otherwise it just won't fit. That's what we're restricted to in the master, because that's what the engine uses. You would think back then they would have made it so that it would be a 320 by 240, exactly the same size as the render, to make it easier, because then you wouldn't have to be cutting it up like this, but no. Come on and bitch about all I want, and this is the way it has to be done. So, again, save that selection, save it as the mask. I will now save this in the actual folder because I've got a shortcut to it. Same thing. No, not as a Pixar format. It won't work. Oh my god. Right, so this is 02 mask, isn't it? So let's do that. And then I'm going to go back into BioClone. So give me about 2 seconds to do that, actually. Just downsize you though. Back into BioClone. Right, so camera 2. but not for lighting. Let me just change this a minute. So I want to go to sprites. And there, as you can see again, it's already got the sprites in. Then all I have to do is just put them in. How many groups have we got? Oh, plenty. I'll just get rid of the lighting because that's going to annoy me otherwise. I'll just turn it off for now. Get to 0. Right, I'm going to do the squad car first. That's why, because I haven't got all the assets rendered. You start to realise it looks a little bit crappy when you... I think this is why Elric does it his way, and the way he tells me to do it when I do anything for Project Starlight is... I make a render that's at 1024, and I do the mask thing as that, and then I make like a black and white render, and then basically the way I assume as it's done is he basically gets it from the actual render, cuts it out, and that gives you like the mask. I should really do that, but I am so lazy. Really lazy. Oh god, I am so terrible when I say it like that. I'm not really that lazy sometimes, but it's just for the sake of me just getting it in, I'm just doing it this way. Because, you know, everything's fine-tuned at the end and I'm still in the process of doing this. And that's now going to be a problem, isn't it? Shit. Another thing you'll also learn if you do masking is if you have it too bloody close, you start getting stuff attached to it that you wouldn't have. So now I've got to shrink that and break that up into another sprite. Great. We do it from there. That should be enough. What I might do is just stick that there. So you kind of use this as, you know, like I say, positioning it so you don't actually have to do it. But again, I like to manually do it as well because it's the only way I can get it to work. I'm going to put that about 350. And why is it put it down there when I've wanted it here? This is why I hate these position things. Let me just do it myself. Just put there. I think that's on par with it. So as you can see that it's like missing some of the detail in the glass window. That's because when I'm rendering obviously that specifically as that, it's only going to render that. It's not going to render everything that it sees reflective, so it looks a little bit less detailed than what it should be. Obviously when I get to finally updating this, I'll go back and redo these masks with the more detailed part to it. But for now, it suffices to what it is, because then obviously if I've got it set up, all it is just changing the sprites themselves. So I see it as that. So let me just get that other part of the car on, which is this bit in it here. To that point in there. Also set that to 350, and then just in, move that along. Maybe I need to move that up just a little bit. Yeah, perfect. So that's now fully done. And another thing that you'll learn if you ever decide to do masking is if you've got like all these sprites close together and you've got like this section here and you put that in the front and then you put this one over the top of it, that's going to go over the top of it. So always like do your big bits first, small bits near the end, because then they'll overlap in front of it. Which is again a pain in the ass to do, but that's what it is. It's the way it is. So this next one, I'm going to give it a depth of about 100 because it's right up front in the camera. Set that to about 100. About 120. Bingo. Set that to about 50. Oh, hang on, has it got an add X and an add Y? Yeah, get rid of them. I like to manually do it. Right, so I'm going to have to move you back a bit. So I want to get that part of the car in too. Just that width to maybe that 145. Maybe not. 138. Just bring that down so I get the whole thing in. But I only want what I can see. Which is anyways that anyway. So plug that in. I think it needs to move back just a tad bit too. Ooh, hang on. Hold on a minute. Have I... I'm very confused. Why is that half missing? That's where the camera is. Why isn't it all there? That's not... No! This has been a terrible day for streaming, the amount of crap that's gone wrong. Oh, Jesus. Why the feck is this isn't working? What have I not done right? Why am I missing a chunk of the car? Why am I missing like that little bit there? What's going on? That's very weird because I know I haven't missed it. Because it's there. Oh. I wonder. Oh, there's the rest of it. Right, hang on. I need to make this bigger in the width. Try about 155. No, try 160. Yeah, close enough. That's why. Let's try again. So try and make it match where that is. I just need to make that a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much on par where it is. Perfect. Just show that in there. Perfect. Right. So, because it's in the same group, I'm just going to do that. Grab that section there, and then... May have gone a bit overkill with that one, actually. Try 149. And then try 100 going down. Push that up a bit. And then give that a depth of also 150 to try and keep within it. And then I need to try and do that. This needs to be positioned a little bit more. Ooh, need to move that a little bit more and then push that down. So that's set sprites done. Luckily I don't have to worry about anything in the back with that with a squad car because there's no enemies in that area. And it wouldn't make sense for any enemies to be in that area, to be honest. So... Oh, shit, I didn't do that lamppost. No! I hate masking. I hate it. Never do it. Just release your mod where you don't have masks in it because it's horrible. Because you always look at something, I missed that bloody frigging telegraph pole, or I missed that lamppost, or I missed that bloody paper dispenser, or any fucking thing else. Just end up missing the one core thing. Right. I'm not going back to the drawing board. If it can piss off, I'm going to test these out. Oh, Jesus wept. Right. Save. Compile. Just be glad you're getting the abridged version of this, because all those months ago when I started writing this mod, it was like nothing worked. Nothing bloody worked, or stuff would break down constantly, or anything else would not bloody work. Basically, it was horrible. It still is. I think I've got it under control a lot better, but my God, when you come back to doing stuff after not doing modding for like many years, and then you start doing this shit again, and you're having to like try and relearn everything that you forgot. A pain in the ass. Right. Let me just let me just minimize Maya and that's right, just don't show anything. Oh wait, I'd renamed it, didn't I? Poop. Right, let's have a look. Let's go jump back over that set of barricades. Or in this case, you slide over them, because this is what happens. This is what I mean by I'm still trying to fix this, because that says it's barricaded, because that's from the old bloody room set, because this was the first room you'd start in. So I need to get rid of that, and then I need to make the door trigger a lot bigger. No! No, 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 no! Get away. Try to stream. Let me show these people how it's done. Right. So I know that's working. I don't know about them. So let's see. It's not too bad. Again, you see what I mean when I'm changing the angles? It's not bad. And I've done that. But again, it's a case of if an enemy gets behind that car on the opposite end, it looks like it's behind it and not on top of it. So that's why I've got that there. Oh, actually, in fact, if I run behind it from this point and then run back round that way, will that put me behind it? No, of course it bloody wouldn't. I think I found a glitch. Nope, no I haven't. I'm going to have to change the trigger settings for that as well, for the zones. Shit. Right. Okay. Off you go. Bring back Maya up. So this is the next angle. So it's camera 3, isn't it? So I am going to need those two cars. Potentially that lamppost there. Excuse me. That'll bit the lamppost. Might need that car there. Oh, why did it have to not be merged? No! You shit. Right, well, it's just that bit there. And I'm going to need that traffic cone down there. I am going to need that bit as well, so I might as well just select that. So it's just this, not the pavement. Don't want the pavement masking me. Don't want to be going under my feet. So I need all that rendering. The problem is it's going to be an absolute pain in the ass to do with this section because there's that many things next to it. So what I'm going to have to do with this is do it as two separate things. So I'll render the cars first. So let me just render these. And don't accidentally click on the bloody executable for RE2 because I don't need two pieces of music going. Yes, don't you just love this? Gone! Fantastic. I hate spam. Right. It's fine. Because you would need that for going behind there. That's correct, isn't it? It's all about trying to figure out where things are going to be. Thank Christ I don't have that area open up because I'd have to do a whole fucking building on top of everything else. And then the masking would be so fucking complex for this room. And this is when I say, you know, this is where it gets complex, when you've got like a whole bunch of things together. So that's that section done. But now I need this here. I need the top part of that only. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is going to get complicated, isn't it? I do need that bit. Shit. I do need that one. I might be able to get away with not having that one because it'll just be part of that block, won't it? So that'll be that. But them two are going to have to be on a separate one as well. I'm going to have to like... Oh, it's going to drive me mad. Right. Let me re-render these. It's not fun doing this, I've told you. This is why I didn't want to do all these streams with this on, because it's so tedious and boring, and it's all testing to see if everything works. I mean, so far it's all worked correctly. But it could end up changing completely and screwing everything up. Right, so that's... I'll save that as mask free 2. And then I need... No, what am I doing? Why did I minimise the render? What am I doing? I just need these two. This is going to be fun. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to save that as... What did I save that last one as? 0... Mask free. There are no gates, right. Okay, just create a quick new... And then just do a quick open up of every single bloody thing I've just rendered. God, why do I do this to myself? Just check if that's all in. Right. So, again, same procedure. So image, no, not canvas size, image size, and then change that to 320 by 240. Sharpen filter. Rasterize the thing, and then that's that. Should be easy to do with these because they won't need that much space. So I can probably get away with like... Oh god, there's the other ones. Oh! Right. I can probably just get away with like sticking them on here like this. And then highlighting that one, grabbing that and dumping that somewhere. Probably either at the very bottom or somewhere near the top like that. And then you're not even needed anymore, so why are you still open? Why are you even here? Because you don't need to be open. Where are my other ones at? Why have they not opened? Oh, come on, Mass. Where are you? There they are. So again... Same thing, so image size 320 by 240. Do that, image adjustments, posterize 65. That's how it works for mine. And then, oh, Christ. Put that one in there. No, put it in. That's what I bloody wanted. Don't. No, not you. Urgh. Right, and then I've got a flaming highlight, all that. That in there. Oh, and this is where the fun begins, because I'm going to have to break this up at some point to make it fit. One more set to do. Image size. Do that. In just... Oh dear. No, put that in. I want it in. I want to drag it up there. So it's there. So I can see where it's at. And now you see where the moral dilemma is with only having it as 256 by 256 Capcom and not full 320 by 240, so this would be easier. And they'd be like, oh, it's compression's sake. Yes, compression's sake. Look how well that's, you know, transferred to this. Right. So what I'll do is I will break this up at the bottom. So let me just grab that section there. Plunk that over here. So that's now part of that, just that. It is selected, don't give me any of that shit, so that's all there. I'm sick of it saying it's not there, but it all is. Right, that's okay, let me just move that up there a bit. But what I need to now do as well is I need to separate that traffic cone. What's that? I need that to be separated just there. Put that about there. Okay. That should be fine. In theory. Let's find out anyway. Just do another one. So image. No, select. Save the selection as mask. And then save. PNG. 115, so this is 03. Just want to save that as 03 mask. Done. Right. Okay, so next angle. Camera free. Oh, that lovely. Oh, I hate this. I am going to hate this, aren't I? Oh, we've only got these groups, but I can add more, so it's all good. Right. So I'm going to have to do that last, because everything else is going to be behind it. At least I can do the squad car on that side first. Oh god, this is where the fun's going to begin. So, I don't want any Ys, I don't need any bloody X's added, I just want to bloody put this in. End of discussion. I may need to adjust this though. Definitely need to adjust it. Move it back a bit. And then across a bit. Done. Right, so I'm just going to plunk that there. I need to give it a depth. I'll give it a depth of 300 for now. Because I don't know what the depth's going to be until I start piddling around with it. I don't think that's in the right position, is it? Or is it? Just needs moving up a bit. No! Up a bit. No! Maybe... Across a bit. Up a bit. I think that might be the right place, sort of. Right, okay. So, I need to do this one as well. So I'll do this one as well. As well, get it in the same sprite group as this one. Yeah, that'll do. And then set it to 1250. I need to move that down a bit. I need to move that in just a tangent a bit. I'm going to set that one to about 150 and then I'm going to plunk it there. And I've just realised I didn't render the glass on top of the bonnet. Oh. And this is why I hate doing masking. Absolutely detest it. So now it's going to look a little bloody weird. Not having the bloody glass on it. Not that you'd know it's supposed to be there, but it is. I know it's supposed to be there. Okay, next one. I can get that one in this one too, so it's going to be this small car here. We've got 80. Oh, 70 something, right? 69. Move that over a little bit. Okay, the depth further away from the camera. Give it about 600. Let's have a look. So see what I mean about how you need to have things done that are going to be in the background, in a sense. Anything like the lampost's got to be on the next group above it, just so it all works. And then the final bit's that bloody big frigging thing there. So I'm going to make another group in a minute by the look of it. So this group will be the lamppost, just to make it easy for me. So I just realised I'm really not going to need that much of this lamppost, but again, it's looking at it and then trying to get it to fit and then try to figure out if you need it or not. So the depth from the camera, probably about 400. Back a bit, move up a bit, I suppose, move that back a bit. Might need to be moved up. See, because you don't need the full like part of the lamppost, because you're only needing it where the character height's going to be, or where anything else is going to like walk or under it. So having all this is overkill unless you're going to have something like running and jumping up that way. But then again, what can run and jump up like a lamppost like that? That'd be an interesting thing to think about. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to do the whole frigging thing. The whole thing. Because it's going to be behind, it's going to be on top, it's going to be everywhere. I might as well do the whole fecking thing. So let me just get as far as I can with this. So I'm going to have to do this in like bits, which is fair enough. I don't mind doing that. Set the depth of that to 150 because it's going to be right near the camera. And now I just need to put this in position. So there we go. So as you can see now, it's in front of the car. Whereas if I'd put that particular group behind the car would be in front of it, which would make no logical sense. So the next part I have to do is that little bit there. So I'm going to do that now. Which is like the very small bit at the bottom, isn't it? Again, give that position of say 150 and then just like put it there. I think I've got that more or less correct. More or less being the opposite bloody word here. I think I just need to move that. There we go. So that's all one complete set of sprites. So the only thing I have to do now... Oh yeah, I've got to do that one, haven't I? Ooh, let me do that one too. Give that 150 depth. I'll have to adjust these manually. I always have to bloody end up doing it because it's just the way the bloody thing is. And I just want to plunk that one there because that's where that should be. That's right. Right, I'm going to add another group. This one's going to be this, so I'm going to have to put this into two separate sprites, but let me just do this like this first. So, depth, I'm going to put this about 100. Ooh, too long, too long. Try 100. Wait, where the hell, how the hell have I set this one up? Crap. I might not be able to do it with this set. I'm going to have to probably split this one up and all that. Ah, Jesus. Right, I'll do it from that point to there. Decrease the width. And then move that along. Right, so that's this bit here, isn't it? So as you can see now, it's everything that's above everything else because it's on the next group. So it'll do that in game as well. So that's in the right position. So now basically if I run underneath that, I'm going to be right underneath this. So it's going to give the impression it's high up, but it's not. It's just the way the sprites are used basically. The only problem is though, I need to now do the other part underneath. Oh, Jesus wept. So I got to do that. What did I say? This was 100. I'm going to have to do that. But it means now I've got to like grab the next section of this. But I've got to try and do it without being able to see the bottom bit, because that's the only problem with Bioclone Redux. It showed the very bottom of the bloody thing. Right, so that's that bit. Now let's try to find which bit that is, or where it's supposed to attach to. I assume it's going to be this bit here. So, no. Why is that much missing? What's going on? No, not the U, the V. I need to. And then move that up, and then move it across a little bit. I think that might be a little bit out, I'm not sure. But as you can see, it's now above all the other sprites below it, so it gives the impression again that it's higher up, but it's technically not. I'm definitely going to have to split that one up, I think. I might be able to... No, because it's going to need... Yeah, I'm going to have to split it up. So, add another set of sprites, set it to the same thing, which I think was 150 up to 100, and I want to do this bit here. Bit too long. 75. Ooh, so close. Let me just set that to about 50. Okay, Right, I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to just turn off the BG for now. Because I need to find the positions and put them together. Again, this is the disadvantage of having very long pieces of a sprite, because you've got to break the bastard up and then find it in correct position to where it is. And it's tedious. So I know this is a continuation of this. Not sure if that's the right position. It does look it, but then again, I got to adjust it later on, so... Right, I need to do one more sprite. Again, set that to 150, and that's going to be the little bit at the very bottom. It's going to be this bit here. It's a little bit missing, so let me just adjust the width a little bit. Just realised that hasn't had the width adjusted for those. Let me well, it has had them adjusted. What the hell's going on? Anyway, I can't really do much until I look at it in engine, so I'm gonna have to like save this, compile again. Go back into folders. 5. Yep. Get me mask data from here and then copy that to the BG folder. Right. Let's test it. Let us test it. Let's have a look how bad it looks. He says try to find the flaming thing. I actually called it something so I could remember where the hell it was at. How have I put it? Mail stream. Yay. But it's not going to show it because Maya's right in front of it. So now I've got to bloody... that'll do. Oh, showing the bloody thing off anyway. So... Okay. Let's go back over the barricade again. No, this text trigger, I'm going to have to change it. This is how you can tell this was the very first room I actually ever built. So, no, get away. Let's just see how badly half this shit's going to be. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh. Did I change the camera's render though? That's the $1,000,000 question. Because if it's not using the same render, it's going to look bloody out, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's try this again. Because that's just way too out for what it should be. Right, let's try this now. Let's run back. Ah, perfect. And as you can see, I'm now standing below the light. Oh, when I do all this, I don't even get to trigger it because I'm not a monster. Right. I need to change some of that as well because I shouldn't be walking through that. Oh, this would be because of the bloody collision on that, though. I'm happy that that works. I just don't... It's all going to be the same. Oh. Oh, there you go. There's the first problem. I'm walking through the bumper in the car. I shouldn't be able to do that. Ah, the fun of sprite adjusting. It is the fun of murdering somebody as well. No, I'm kidding. Don't do murder. Murder's bad. Unless you're murdering zombies and it's fun. No, it's horrible. I hate doing masking. Hate doing it. Absolutely detest it. What am I gonna do? Maybe I just need to tweak it a little bit. Right, let me just go and change that setting for that. Let me, what group did I put that in? It was in 0, wasn't it? Right, so I got that set to 600, so that's not too bad. I'll set that to about 640 then, because it works. Unfortunately, I can't really test the other ones because it won't let me walk under them. Oh, gee. Oh, there you go. I can just test that out a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just literally walking under it. Despite the fact it's not. It's just flat on the screen. It's the depth of where the camera is. It's a pain in the ass. So that's sort of correct. I mean, I might need to adjust that a little bit. I suppose it'll work for now, but I'll need to adjust it. Oh, Jesus, the stuff you do. The stuff you do. Right, let me get Maya back up. Let's render the next angle. Let's keep going with this masking, as much as I hate it. So this is camera 4 now, isn't it? Perfect. Right, so I do need to render the car there. I need to render the barricade and them there because there's going to be things behind that. The car, not so much because that's going to be collisioned off. Oh, the building. The building. No. No. Right, fine. Building. Oh, put the music back on. Oh, Jesus. Right. Let's render these before I lose any sanity that's left. Oh, Jesus. Luckily, we might get away with this one, he says. No, people think this is easy. It's easy to mod. It looks so easy when you can see it. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yo, 3D modeling's easy. Do you know what part I hate about 3D modelling? It's when you have to do all the texturing when you've done all the nice pretty stuff. I hate doing it. Same for this. Oh, masking, guess what we got to do now? You got to cut things out and then stick them in and put them in the right position and make sure the depth's correct. Yeah, I know it's going to have a bloody one part of the wall. Because anything that's coming after you, so like a dog's going to be running around that area, it's got to be blocked off so you can't see them running through it. Might be able to get away with that. I might have to do as a separate render for the wall, though, because the car's there. I'm going to have to do it that way. Re-render. Actually might employ what Elric does, which I assume how he does it. I don't know. I just provide all the tech, like all the files and stuff. But if it's the way I think it's done, is that you create like a black and white image, and the white part's being where the masking's going to be. Then you kind of like stick that over the render after you've done it, and then that gives you the full like render stuff because that's how you get like all the detail in the windows and stuff, which mine's lacking because I'm not rendering all of the room parts. So I might try and show that because I'm pretty sure that's how he does it. But then again, he's like the mystical bloody wizard when it comes to this stuff. I don't know half the stuff he does. Then he's been doing this a lot longer than me. Oh, God almighty. Right. Let's save this. Let's just... I definitely don't need that car, though, because you can't get behind that. Right, so this will be 04 mask. But I also need to render that building, so just do that quickly. It's all fun and games until it all breaks or something else happens. I'm not even going to go there, because if anything breaks today, I will not be happy. So 04 mask. Okay. I'll just change that. Right, Photoshop it. Gonna create a new one because I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Do not need that one anymore. And I don't need that anymore. Right, open. So I am going to need 04 and 04. I am now going to try and attempt this, but I haven't got a high-res render. It's not a problem. I'll just use the 320x240s. It's all good. So I'll just quickly drop that in here. So you can see what I mean. The rendering I've done doesn't have like this in the window. It doesn't have any of the little detailing in for the masks or anything like that. So what I'm going to try to do is how I think Elric does this. I don't know. I have no idea if this is going to work. So I'm going to change this to image size. So set that to 320x240 like it usually is. I'm now going to sharpen that. And what I'm going to do is select this, inverse this, and paint this section black. I'm now going to inverse this and paint this section white. Or go over it with the paintbrush. Like so. So as you can see, it gives you that nice little black and white thing. And then what I'm going to do is copy and paste this over the render. I'm now going to click those particular bits, but then I'm going to go into there, copy them into a new 256x256 mask, and that's how you get like your more highly detailed, higher res textures if you haven't rendered it correctly. I assume that's how it's done. I'm just literally doing this off the top of my head. Oh dear God. So this is why I'm literally gonna have to go through all these at a later date and just increase the detail a little bit. But for now, I'm just trying to get everything bloody done. But yeah, so now I've got them two bits in. I've now got to do the other one, which is the wall. But the wall will be exactly the same because that's not reflecting any details, so I can kind of get away with that one. So I can just literally change the image size on that, do it as 320x240, sharpen the filter on it, posturize that as well, just so it fits in with every freaking thing, and then push that in there, and then realize it won't fit, and then start crying because it won't fit, and so gonna have to break this up. Potentially have that bit up here. You know what would be cool is if you could actually rotate these sprites and you could actually do it that way. Oh wait, I could do it that way. Why didn't I think of that? Put it there. Because it's not as far as going to collide with that. I'll leave that there the way it bloody is. But then, on the other hand, if I move that part of the car down... That gives me all that lovely space there. I don't think I could fit that part in, could I? Or could I? Let's have a look. It is not empty. I have clicked it. Let me grab it. It's a very tight squeeze. I'm going to have to put it there. So it looks like I'm wasting a lot of this sprite space, but let's face it, I haven't got much to sprite in that thing. So I'm just going to do it this way from this, because there's not much to it. I say that now, and I bet you there'll be something I've missed, but we'll just go with that. So I'm now going to save that selection as the mask. And I'm just going to save this, drop it in my BG folders, which is there, so I need to put that in here. Don't save it as a Pixar file. So this is camera 4's mask. Done. So if I now boot up BioClone again, even though it's already there, I've just got it minimized, and I flip over to 4, there's the sprite data implemented already for me, so I've just got to put these in. So what's the depth going to be on this barricade? Say about 450 for testing. No, no adding, no adding. Get rid of you. Go away. Maybe 85. Drop that back a bit. Perfect. Right. So that's going to go there. And push that down just a little bit, and I think that's in more or less the right place. Yeah. Now, whether that's going to be in the right terms of the depth, well, that's another frigging thing to figure out once I adjust it. The fun of adjusting stuff. Right, so that's that done. The car's going to have to be last because that wall needs to be in front of that, even though it's behind it. Let the confusion begin with that. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to be able to do it with this group. I'm going to have to do it with the next group because chances are I'm going to have to use the add X value to that to push it along further than the standard 255 it gives you. What are you going to be? I'd say about... Go for 300 for that. Ooh, a bit too low. Push that up a bit. I need to move that across a bit, and then I need to adjust the width just a little bit. Why is the width gone that far? What the hell? Oh dear, right. I think it was all the way at the end of that point, wasn't it? So it's there. Right, so if I change the position X to 255... Oh, it puts it there. Perfect. Well, that told me, didn't it? In fact, I don't think I need to adjust it that much, do I? No. Right. And then I've got to do the next bit, so I'll do that in the same group. Say 50, but it's probably going to be about 70 actually, isn't it? B80. Oop. Drag this along a little bit and then drag it out a bit. Again, set that to 255 because it's right at the end, and then I just want to move it down and give it a depth 302. Excuse me. So I just have to position this exactly how it is, but it means I might have to move up a bit. I think that's about right, actually. I think. Oh no! Oh. Let me move you up a bit. I forgot to render that lamppost again. Have I said how much I hate lampposts? Because I really do. Right. Last bit is the squad car. Let's put that in. That's going to be very close to the camera, so I'm going to give that a 250. We'll go from there. Let's see if this is going to work. Again, with that one, I can set this to... I think that's all of it, isn't it? It's all about this bloody detailing. What a pain in the ass. Oh, off you go. Position X. Nope. No. Oh no. I'm gonna have to degrade you a little bit back a bit. Ooh. Hello, what's going on here? Have I missed a bit of this car? Anyway, I had. 255. Told you, don't like it. 255 is the limit. That's about right. He says, is it L right? What the fuck's going on here? Have I got the width correct? Yes. So then why is it... This is very weird. What's it not doing? What's going on? I've not changed this camera angle, so why? So I know that's going to do it, but then... Well, this is very weird because... Why is it not doing all of that? What's going on? Did I not do... But then... Huh? Okay, I'm just very confused because that's not even using the full sprite. What's going on? Oh, Jesus, you're telling me that... But that shouldn't be... Oh, well, that's going to look fun, isn't it? Like half the light's bloody missing. Why? Why does it torture me so? Why does it do this to me? I wonder if I can kind of adjust group 1. And potentially do that. A little bit out there now, I can see. Let's have a look. That should be more or less in the right place. Right, I'm going to give this a save, recompile it. Hope to Christ it works. That's all it is trial and error. This is why, again, I didn't want to stream this, because it's so frigging tedious. But now you can probably see why I find it tedious. Right, put this in the BG folder just so it adds all sprite data in. Done. And I've just jumped the gun. Like I do. Like I do. Where are you, BioStream? You're there, so why am I not seeing it? I can see it there, but why are you not showing it there? What's going on? Oh no. I don't know which one it is. I named it Photoshop, didn't I? Why is it not? Oh no, what have I done? It's happened again. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm alive again. Right, let's rinse and repeat. And I really need to get that door trigger fixed. And it will be fixed, because this is one of the rooms I wanted to really dig into with all the scripting, because it needs a lot of adjusting to it. Because this was the original starting area before I changed it. Right, let's see how badly this works then. Oh, see, that's not too bad. What about the building? Ah, the building! No! Oh no, I can completely walk past it. No, it's missing a bit of the render. Ah, this is just bullshit. And it's not even that hard. And this is why I hate streaming this stuff. Right, let's see how the barricade looks. Can the barricade redeem it? No, the barricade has completely failed me. Oh, why? On the plus side, at least it works. Look, I'm not walking through it. The only thing is, I am walking through it. I just need to push that back a little bit. I mean, it wasn't that far off, but... Oh my god. And that is why we hate sprite adjusting. Honestly, that's why we hate it. Shit. I'll be falling off my chair into the darkness. Right. Let's do some quick adjustments. So that one's at 450, so that one isn't too bad. So I'm gonna just put it to 490 for that one. Right, you need to be pushed back a bit. Let me try 500 with this. Squad car, I don't think that's as bad, but the other ones need fixing, so let me just do this now, quickly test it. You can probably tell the reason why I keep going backwards and forwards between those two rooms, because I don't want to show everything. Because again, I'm still working on stuff. I want this to be more or less a surprise when I ever get the trailer done. If being the operative word. It's getting there. I just need to get more of this masking done. And getting the rooms fixed. You're getting removed. God damn it. Nope, not interested. Go away, Mr. Doggo. Fight another day. Right, let's test it now. Let's see. Oh. Has it worked? Ah, yes, perfect. I am now behind the barricade. Not halfway through it. Magic of masks, and that's how they work. Now let's check the walls. Oh. No! Why? Why does it do this to me? Why? Now, what was up with the squad car? I think that one was fine, wasn't it? It's just missing a section. Oh, freaking hell. Oh, no more spoilers there, because we don't know what's going on in there. Right. Let me try and see if I can adjust this a little bit more. 500, I've got it as a depth. I'm going to set it to 450 and see if that'll work. I'm not saying it will, but let me just quickly save and test again. Let's have a look. Where is my 1150 folder? On the plus hand, at least I know how to do the lights. Well, sort of. They're just going to take me a while to do. But at least I got a bit of red over here in the corner, which we need. Just need to work on the position of that. Come on, door trigger, any time now. Again, you can tell this is an old room. No, oh, stop it! No, giving me door trigger. Right, one more try, and then I'm going to close off the stream for today. Please let me walk behind it. No. I hate masking. I hate it so much. And this is the reason why. Oh, Jesus Christ. I give up with it. And this is why half of us lose our brains when we try to do this, and our sanity goes out the window, because we're trying to do stuff that just doesn't like to cooperate correctly. Oh, well, I'm going to end this stream here because I don't even want to look at this anymore. I don't. And I've still got another few angles to do. It's all buildings. It's all the buildings. That's it. No more streams. I've lost the plot. The straight jacket we're going on next. No, I'm kidding. I'll probably do potentially one on the Saturday. If not, it'd be the Sunday, because I'm in work tomorrow, doing paperwork and stuff. So I'm not going to be doing as much streaming tomorrow. Definitely not doing as much streaming because it depends when I get back, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to leave the stream there, and I hope this has been informative and you all understand why it takes so long to do these mods, because it's a pain in the ass trying to get everything to work, masking, the scripting when it actually works, and I'm not just, taking this as the standard starting area and then doing it as a different room entirely. Lighting, again, never done it. Finally figured out where the lights work. Brilliant. Now I'm going to screw it all up again because I've got to do it for every room. And just generally the insanity that goes into this. You think you've got it all perfectly fine, it's executed, and then it just goes to shit very quickly. So yeah, I'd like to thank everybody who's watched this stream. Hopefully you've learned something, how walls just don't agree with me. If you do intend to take up modding, please don't come and ask me to help. Because I'm kidding, you can ask me if you want. But yeah, if you do, it is it depends entirely on your mileage on what you want to do. Um, Again, this is still got a long way to go before I can even get a trailer out. Even though I've already had one out, this is going to be showing a lot more. Um, but until then, it'll be done in bits and pieces. I'll show it on stream. But for when it gets to like the more intricate stuff, I'm not going to be showing it because I want that to be in the trailer. So this car stuff, I mean, I've already shown it off a while back, but this is it like modified and changed over the development of it. So there's a lot of stuff that's completely different from then to now, and there's probably still more stuff I'm going to add on here, but that's the way it goes. I might get halfway through this when I'm going to do the trailer and be like, right, I don't want half that crap in there. I'm going to put that in instead. That's just the way it goes, though. So anyway, potentially Saturday. If not, it probably will be a Sunday for the next stream. I might have got the rest of these masks done for this room by then, and it'll be a different one. But again, it just depends on what I get done. Anyway, that's me done for today.